discussion was at our Transportation and Public Space Committee meeting, because as part of the project, they're going to be rebuilding the sidewalk. It's a standard 6-foot sidewalk, the same as everywhere else. Closing all of the curb cuts, so all the driveways, except for one, that's going to be for loading. All the other ones, they don't need anymore because it's now going to be an office building instead of there's a food storage warehouse, and then before then it was a car dealership. And then there'll be a handicap ramp and bike racks. So typically when it comes to these transportation, these public space applications, we don't look at the building. We don't look at the building, we don't look at the uses. We keep it separate because that's the same way that DDOT, who will look at this application, that's what they will do. So even if we were to bring up other things with the building and with the inside of the building and put it into our letter to DDOT, they would ignore it because it's not part of that application. So in this case, it's a standard sidewalk, it's standard landscaping, it's closing curb cuts. Like, no matter what they use, closing curb cuts is a wonderful thing, so that the sidewalk is, you walk up the sidewalk and you don't have to worry about a car crossing. And then bike racks. So that's all we looked at. That's all we ever look at for our public space committee. We have a separate planning and zoning committee that looks at applications if there are zoning issues. In this case, it's an industrial site, industrial zoning. Health uses are a matter of right. Pretty much anything, you can put anything in industrial use in DC except for residential. So even though it's right next to residences and it's kind of an odd thing to be zoned industrial, the previous tenant was a food, wholesaler, and there was, horrible smells and trucks everywhere. And a block away from it, the U-Line, future REI, we made a trash transfer station. For better or worse, we do not have any sort of say in what sort of uses go into industrial. So, but that wouldn't have been in this committee anyway, and it wouldn't be this particular vote, which is a particular thing for a public space application, which I support and the committee supported. It was a public meeting. It was advertised on our website. The first week of the month, we do all of our committee meetings. They're all open to the public. So,
I move that the committee's recommendation be adopted.
I second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any discussion? Call the question, then all those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Unanimous. Alcohol Beverage Committee.
Treasurer. Oh, yes, that's for treasurer.
Oh, I'm sorry. We haven't done the treasurer's report.
Yeah, here.
Treasurer's late. Jim, take off.
Yeah.